one of the initiatives had to do with bullying. What did they do in Annapolis?
Well, a law was passed on the concept of, not concept, on cyberbullying, which is a gigantic issue, has become a gigantic issue in our community and across the nation. And bullying is, when we were talking before the show, we all define bullying differently. What may be bullying to you may not be bullying to me. So it's real important that adults, especially when we're dealing with children, understand that it can be a very, very dangerous thing. The law was passed about cyberbullying after a young lady from Howard County. Her name was Grace. It's called Grace's Law because as a result of putting up with relentless cyberbullying on computer, she committed suicide, and they related it directly to that.
Can you bring back the cyberbullying? Can you give us some examples? Because I think a lot of people watching this are not familiar necessarily, hear the term, but what would be a typical instance of cyberbullying?
There was an excellent article in the Gazette. Jen Bonditson wrote an article just a couple weeks ago in the Gazette about specific examples in a whole variety of different schools in Montgomery County. I won't mention the schools to single them out, but most of the high schools, many of the high schools were mentioned, where kids set up, and of course we all have Twitter accounts, right? No. Okay. I knew you wouldn't, but Martin O'Malley has one. Twitter accounts are accounts that I have one, I never use it, where you can send messages very easily to thousands of people. Well, there are anonymous Twitter accounts that will send out and say that so-and-so and so-and-so are blank, fill in the blank in terms of what you want, something negative about them. Or I saw so-and-so doing something to so-and-so that's not really appropriate, and they list those kids' names, or they will attempt to intimidate. I will attempt to intimidate Don by saying I'm going to beat him up or whatever. Many and then some schools had kids who created Twitter accounts and attacked teachers or attacked the principal and said negative things about them. And the problem is obvious, but the issue is how do you then follow up with that from a legal point of view, and how much can you get involved if it's happening outside of school? And it just creates a whole nother atmosphere.